Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, if you've never seen my face before, my name is Rose. Nice to meet you. Today I have a list of books that I've recently taken interest to that I would like to read, and these aren't necessarily books that I want to read like right now, but like at some point this year I would like to try most of these books. I know that I'm not going to get to all of these this year, but I would like to try them out. The first book, well technically two books because it's a duology, is This Savage Song and Our Dark Duet by Victoria Schwab. This Savage Song is about a world where humans and monsters are living together, like in the same world, but they're not exactly coexisting. So in this world, they're at war with each other because, you know, like they probably have like different beliefs and views and ideas, and they probably just don't agree with each other. So they're at war right now, and the two main characters, Kate and August. Kate is a human, August is a monster, and their lives cross paths, and then the story unfolds from there. That's all I really know about the story. I've never read anything by Victoria Schwab, but I know that everybody really loves her storytelling and her writing because it's so good, and so I thought that if I'm going to start potentially reading Victoria Schwab, then I would start with this duology that I hear is very underrated. The next two books, duology, is Strange the Dreamer by Laini Taylor and Muse of Nightmares by Laini Taylor. Strange the Dreamer is, I don't really know much about this book. It has to do with dreams, I know that much. One of my most favorite booktubers really loves fantasy, and this is a duology that she really loves, and I figure I might just give it a try. And not only her, but a lot of other people really like this duology, and if the hype is surrounding it, then it has to be good, right? True and not true. But yeah, the hype is why I'm reading this book, I'll admit. Yeah, and this thing's a chunker, so I don't know when I'm going to get to this. Hopefully soon. The next book on my list is Scythe by Neal Shusterman. This book is about this world where they've conquered death. So there's no hunger, no disease, there's no war, anything like that. So people don't die nearly as much as they do in our world, unless they get hit by a car or something. But the world starts to get overpopulated, so they create these people who are called scythes. They go around and they kill people to get the world's population under control. And they don't know who they're killing, like it's just a random person that they've been assigned to. Failure to do so results in the scythe losing their life. So if they don't kill the person that they're directed to kill, then they're going to be killed. Yeah. If you haven't heard of this book, like, where have you been? This book and the two books that follow it in the trilogy have been getting so much hype, and I know that the story is so good. I bought this like 8 months ago and I read like 20 pages or so, but then I started reading another book and I got caught up in that book, and so I didn't finish this one, but the first 20 pages that I read were really good, and so I need to take some time this year to read this, and maybe I'll read the two that come after that, Thunderhead and The Toll, but we'll see. But I do really want to read this. So the next book or books on my list is Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom by Leigh Bardugo. I think that's who wrote it. I didn't check, but I'm pretty sure that's who wrote it. I could be wrong. Just scream at me in the comment section if I'm totally wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's Leigh Bardugo. But yeah, Six of Crows. I don't know anything about Six of Crows other than that it was very good. First of all, the book has a 4.46 on Goodreads. So that's kind of influencing my decision to want to read it. But every time I go to Barnes & Noble, which isn't very often, but when I do, I always look at it and contemplate getting it to see if I want to read it. But I don't know. I'm definitely going to check it out in my library because I don't want to buy it if I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to like it, if that makes sense. So, yeah, but I do really want to read that. So, like Six of Crows, I don't know anything about this next book or its entire series because it is a series. It is The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. When this came out, I think it was last year that it came out. There was so much hype. Like, so much hype. Honestly, I can't imagine the story being good considering the next books that followed it came out like right away after the book was released, and there was like 2 or 3 books that came after that. Yeah, I think it's a trilogy. But those books were released right after so quickly, so I can't imagine the story being any good or the writing or anything being good, but I still really want to see what it's all about. And I really want to see if it's really deserving of the hype that it got. I know that a lot of people were disappointed when they read it after they were really excited about it. But, you know, everybody's opinions are different. Everybody's got different tastes, so I guess we'll see. The next book, or should I say set of books, that I would like to read is, literally every book that Cassandra Clare has ever written. I know she only writes books that fit within her Shadowhunter world universe. But I guess the first one that she ever wrote was City of Bones, so we'll talk about City of Bones. I don't know anything about City of Bones other than 90% of people who've read City of Bones really like City of Bones and every book that comes after that. These last 2 books on my list are not very similar to these other books that I've just listed. The first one is Little Fires Everywhere by Celeste Ng. Of course, the Hulu TV show just came out a little bit ago. I've seen all the episodes so far, and the show is really good. I had intended on reading the book first, but I couldn't get my hands on the book, and then I was getting really excited for the show, and then my mom started watching the show, so I kind of just watched it with her, and yeah. So I didn't get to read the book first. And the last book on this list is The Goldfinch by Donna Tartt. This one is about a boy, 13 I think. He survives an accident that kills his mother. And his father has abandoned him, so he's being taken in by the family of a very wealthy friend. And since his mother has passed away, he's very drawn to this painting that makes him think of her all the time. And because it's a painting, he becomes obsessed with art. And yeah. I think this is told in alternate perspectives. Young Theo, which is the main character's name, young Theo and older Theo. I think that's how it goes. Otherwise, it's just told over many years. But the description describes it as an old-fashioned story of loss and obsession, survival, and self-invention, which sounds really good. But this book is mad chunky, so I don't even know when I'm going to find the time to read it. This thing is just under 1,000 pages. This is probably the longest book that I have on any of my shelves. And so I have no idea when I'm going to read this, but I'm planning on reading it this year. So again, these aren't books that I'm trying to read like right now. I don't have like a certain time that I am planning on reading these books, but I am planning on reading them this year. if I can get to all of them this year. For sure I want to get to this Savage Song and Hour Dark duet by Victoria Schwab this year. And hopefully I'll get to some Cassandra Clare this year, because that series is freaking long, and she's got like some series that build off of the first series, and it's like, that's a lot of books. Like, she's got the Mortal, I don't know which one it is, I'm sorry. Something Instruments, and then it's the Infernal Devices that build off of that, and then she's got like some other like standalone, but not standalone because it's still a part of the series, but it's standalone, if that makes sense. And then she's got her new one, The Chain of Gold, and it's just like, I can't keep up with this. Like, I just got here, and you're already hitting me with like this truckload of books that come in the series, and I'm just like, listen, I can't handle my life right now. Anyways, that is it for today's video. If you aren't already, make sure you subscribe to my channel and like this video. Leave a comment down in the comments if you've read any of these books that I've listed, or if you've read all of them, because if you're a better reader / booktuber than me, then you've probably read all of these books. So yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. If I can figure out what the next video is going to be, because I really don't know what it's going to be. I'm having a hard time. It's probably going to be another tag, even though I never get tagged to do tags, even though that's how it works. Sue me. But yeah, I will see you in the next video. Bye.